congratulations on your well-deserved AIR-2 in CLAT 2025. So Daiwik, I just wanted to first ask, what was your previous rank in the result that was announced in like December?
In the previous rank list, I was All India rank 7.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
actually, I didn't get to hear about All India rank 7 much in the news. Like for example, we interviewed AIR-1, 2 and like AIR-5, 8, 9. But I couldn't know your name, who was like AIR-7 and 7 and 6. In fact, 6 का भी नाम नहीं पता चला हमें. So I couldn't get in touch with you initially. So वापस जब result आया.
Actually,
yes.
Yeah, actually our coaching is smaller than other coachings. It does not spend as much as on advertising and all that. So my name was not as publicized as the other toppers were.
Yeah.
But
वापस जब इस बार AIR-2 का मैंने सुना, then I was so excited and I found you on Instagram because I didn't have your number also.
Yeah.
I just texted you on Instagram and I'm so glad you replied back in the same day.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. So how did it feel like jumping your rank from 7 to 2 in the revised results?
The first emotion that I felt was relief, because after 5 months of just waiting for the results and so much uncertainty, the results finally came out. And after that, it was just shock that how did I get All India rank 2, which is that's not something that you can really prepare yourself for or expect when you are even giving an exam, no matter how good it went. When the original results came out and I got All India rank 7, that itself was just unimaginable, and I was so excited.
Of course.
Now that with the revised results I have gone up to 2, I am really happy.
Excellent. And you had like some good self-belief, and glad like to see it paid off big time.
Yeah.
Thank you. But AIR-7 भी जो आपका था ना, it was of course top 10 में जो भी ranks होती है, in fact top 100 में भी जो ranks होती है, that are like all these are like top ranks जिनमें वो अपनी desired जो law college है, NLSIU मिल जाती है.
Yeah.
Right. तो आपकी जब वो result वापस देखा आपने, तो आपका रिएक्शन प्लस फैमिली रिएक्शन, आपके जो टीचर्स या जो मेंटर्स वगैरह होते हैं, उनका कैसा रिएक्शन था?
Actually, we were out for lunch to celebrate my board results. So suddenly I got a WhatsApp notification from my friends saying results are out, and we all just scrambled to our phones. We went and checked the results, and then we found that I had achieved All India rank 2, and it was just such an exciting moment. My relatives, my friends, they're all very excited for me, and yeah, it's a really great experience.
So there must be a proud moment at home, and they will never forget this day, including you.
Yeah, of course.
So Daiwik, tell us a bit about your background. Where are you from and where did you complete your studies?
Yeah. So my parents are from Assam. So my roots are Assamese, but I have grown up mostly in Gurgaon. I was born in Bangalore, but I have grown up in Gurgaon. I have completed my schooling in Gurgaon as well. So yeah, that my interests and all were. What was the question again? Could you please repeat?
Like, where are you from? Where did you complete your studies?
All right. So on my mother's side, my mami, they live in Tezpur, so we go there a lot. And on my father's side, my ancestral village is a village called Biswanath Ghat. So yeah, those are my origins. I study in Manav Rachna International School, Sector 46.
Oh, it's in New Delhi?
No, in Gurgaon.
Okay, Gurgaon. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you first hear about the CLAT? Like from friends, families, teachers, or anyone else?
Yeah. Actually, I was not planning to give CLAT until the starting of 12th grade. I got to know about it from my friend who was also preparing for CLAT, and then I decided that this seems like an interesting path to choose, law, because I was always somewhat interested in politics and governance, and law ignited my interest in law even more. So I decided to give CLAT around the beginning of grade 12, and I joined my coaching.
Okay, so you had around 6 to 9 months of preparation.
Yeah, I had 9 months of preparation.
That's great.
Yeah.
That gives like personal mentorship and personal guidance as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
So any other specific study material like mocks, GK compendiums, or current affair magazines that you prefer to apart from the study material at your coaching?
Our study material in our coaching was really vast. It was really expansive. We had almost 4 or 5 compendiums every week or every month. We had mocks that were so frequent. I think towards the end we were doing 5 or 6 mocks a week. And it was just really rigorous. So I never had a need to rely on other sources other than the materials given in the coaching.
Okay, so that was a complete focused approach at one-stop solution.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. So any specific section in CLAT that you found as a weak area, or any specific section that was your strongest side?
My weakest area was maths, definitely. I'm really bad at maths. No one believes me when I say this, but I'm really bad at maths. And I took humanities because I was weak in maths, and also because I had interest in humanities. So maths has always been my weak subject. So when I started to prepare for CLAT, I realized that there is this section for maths, and it is a really important section because it is basically the tiebreaker section.
True.
And all of 11th grade I had become completely out of touch with my math skills, so I had to almost rebuild it from scratch. So that was quite a challenge, but I was able to tackle it. And I think my strongest section would be English, definitely. I have always had an interest in language and writing. In fact, I have 2 published short stories. So
wow, great. In some anthologies also?
Yeah, in anthologies. So great. English has been my strong suit, and somewhat GK as well, because I really read a lot. I like knowing new facts and all. So yeah, while GK was a challenge, English came to be naturally.
Yeah. So you are quite a good storyteller also.
Yeah.
So we should expect some novel or so in the future.
Maybe.
Okay. So coming back to CLAT, tell me, how important are mock tests according to you?
Mock tests I think they are the most important part of CLAT preparation. What mock tests actually help you do is plan out the paper, how you are going to attempt the paper. They get you familiarized with the pattern of the paper, and they help you know how much time you should spend on each section. For example, since I was weak at maths, I knew that I had to dedicate less time in the other sections, be quicker in the other sections, and then dedicate even more time to maths so that I can solve it properly. So what mock tests help you do is they get you completely into the mode of CLAT. They help you understand each and every nuance of the paper, and they help you plan for it, so that when you go to the center, then you're not just left blank about what to do. So in my 9 months of coaching, I did around 120 mocks.
120 mocks in 9 months, so that is around like 10 plus mocks in a month.
Yeah,
that's great. So one thing that I've learned from, like, I've heard from many toppers or many CLAT aspirants, is that after the mocks you have to analyze those mocks, otherwise they won't be any good.
Yeah, Definitely, that is an important part, because you always have to look at your mistakes, what you have done wrong, and
Hmm.
what you have to improve on. Because even when it comes to the sections, there are five main sections, but each of the sections have their own subsections
True.
that you have to work on. Like for example, logical, you have analytical reasoning, and then just verbal reasoning, those kind of things. So
Hmm.
mock analysis was quite an integral part of my preparation. We had thorough mock analysis. We used to get on call, and we used to analyze together, the
Okay.
all students together. We used to analyze the mock and really argue for our answers and all that. So it was a fun experience as well as a learning experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, any specific tips, like tips or techniques that you used to analyze your mocks that like anyone can follow or easily follow to improve their performance or preparation?
uh I don't have any specific tips or tricks, but I do want to say how important it is to
Hmm.
analyze your mocks.
Hmm.
So, when after a mock, you have completed a mock and you have checked it and figure out what questions you have gotten wrong, you should always try to solve them again. For example, if you have gotten a math set wrong, or if you weren't
Hmm.
able to do it, then you should definitely solve it again and see if you have understood the concepts. And after
Hmm.
that, you should look into if you have some deficiency in your theory,
Hmm.
and then try and cover that up, so that you can do better in the next mock and do better in those concepts specifically.
Of
And
course.
one more thing, that you should not be disheartened if you are getting a lot of questions wrong, because it's okay if you get a mock, if you do a mock badly. It's just that you need to make sure that you learn from it properly.
So that was like some quite great experience from you. That will,
Yeah.
I think, help many aspirants who watched our interview.
I
So
hope.
during the last 1 month of your preparation before the exam, for example, the exam was on 1st December.
Yeah.
So what was your routine like in November 2024?
uh
Did you get intense or you like kept the momentum as normal as possible?
no, it got very, very intense. I kind of stopped going to school as much. I
Oh,
only went to school around maybe total 5-6 days in November.
okay.
Uh, I I dedicated almost my entire time to CLAT, and just hammering in whatever concepts I have to do, improve, whatever
Mm.
I have to be better in. And at that time, our coaching load also became really, really, really hectic. We had almost every day a different mock, a different test, a different target practice. It was really hectic. So I would say that November was a very, very very intense time.
So how many hours a day were you dedicating to CLAT?
How many hours a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say around maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, 4 to 5 hours you were dedicating daily,
Yeah,
and
for excluding classes.
okay, excluding classes.
Yeah. So we
Got it.
had around 2 hours of classes, and other than that, 4 or 5 hours.
So that was your strategy during November or throughout the year?
What?
It was your strategy during November or throughout the complete year of your preparation? Like
It
giving 4 hours
became
daily
more
or
intense during November.
yeah.
That is when I started studying the maths, but I had been studying regularly throughout the year since I started preparation.
Hmm.
I studied maybe 3 hours every day for CLAT.
So consistency was the key for you.
Yeah, consistency was key.
That's great. So another thing I want to ask you, many students were upset with the first result that was like released in December because of
Yeah.
the question and answer key mistakes by consortium. So what would you like to say to them now that the result is revised?
It's definitely been a very hard experience. It's been a challenging experience for everyone.
True.
And while my result specifically might have increased, there are many whose ranks have also decreased, and
Of
it's
course.
it's quite unfair to them really, because they were promised a rank
Hmm.
before according to a answer key, and now their plans have been completely
Hmm.
uh, torn apart. So yeah, it was a pretty bad experience waiting for 5 months, having this uncertainty about what is going to happen. And I would just like to say that it it is a sad moment for those whose ranks fell and they lost their colleges and all, but you have to move on, you have to carry on, and of course if you work hard and all, you will always succeed in whatever you do.
That's
This
very
is just
mature
a
of.
temporary setback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next I want to ask ki, like if you had to give some important tips to anyone who is starting their preparation now or you have started a couple of months back. So what top three tips would you give to them, to like new CLAT aspirants?
I think that first, when you start preparing for CLAT, the first thing you should do is become familiar with the
Pattern and
the
syllabus.
pattern of the paper, because CLAT, unlike say JEE and NEET and all of these subjects, they have no connection with our school syllabus at all. It is a
Correct.
completely different syllabus altogether. So you have to really know what is coming in the paper, what they are going to ask. So you should definitely uh, prepare, you should do a lot of mock tests, and then you should identify what are your weakest sections. If GK is your weakest section, you should work on your GK, read a lot of
Mm.
compendiums, keep up with your current affairs. If maths is your weak subject, then you should definitely practice maths a lot. uh, get in touch with the theory, those kind of things.
Mm.
So yeah.
Okay. So great tips. And what was your previous score and the current score in the CLAT 2025 results?
I previously received 101.25, and now
Okay.
I have 104.25 marks.
Okay. So that quite increased by 2.5 to 3 marks.
Yeah, yeah,
And then that changed the complete results.
yeah,
So I think AIR-1 is the same as previous, and
yeah.
2
All
has,
India rank 1 is the same.
yeah, 2 has got replaced by I think 8. Anirudh was AIR-2 and now he's like AR-8. I talked to
Yeah,
him
he's
yesterday.
received ARR 8, which
So
is still amazing.
yeah, that is of course amazing.
Yeah,
Any rank between I think top 100 is a great rank,
yeah,
because that makes you reach your dream college.
yeah. Of course, because in top 100 you can just choose whatever you college you want, whether it be NLS, IUNA, SAR.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Right. So in the end, I would like to ask some quick one like 4 5 questions that you can answer like within a second or so.
Sure, sure.
So, any friend, sibling, or mentor who played a special role in your journey of CLAT?
My friend Shefali Talwar, she was the one who introduced me to CLAT. And I would just like to thank her for introducing me to CLAT and introducing me to this coaching, because without her, I would not have even known about this exam.
So,
So,
yeah, kudos to Shefali.
yeah, Shefali.
Okay, next. What area of law excites you the most at this stage?
Uh, right now I am looking into constitutional law, that I find that quite interesting, but I'm keeping an open mind to everything, because it's a 5-year course. Your interest can change completely in 5 years. So
Hmm.
I'm not focusing on anything specifically, but I'm looking into everything.
Okay, great. So, one thing that you would never recommend to any CLAT aspirant, like some of
Never
the biggest
recommend.
mistakes that can like complete the like ruin their preparation or distract them. One thing that.
Hmm. I would say the one thing that you really have to avoid is panicking. Panicking is what can completely ruin your paper. There are so many amazing students who did well throughout the year, who just faltered at the last moment because of the errors in the paper. They were not able to solve questions, and then were not able to get a good rank. So during the paper, you should just go in that you have to try your best, and whatever will happen will happen. You cannot panic at all during those 2 hours. You have to be calm no matter what the paper is like. That is what CLAT aspirants really have to avoid: panicking.
Yeah. So next question, what is a skill or hobby you are passionate about outside academic or education?
I quite like writing. Writing is my passion. So that writing and reading, those are the two things that I love the most.
Okay, so you read novels or poetry?
Novels mostly.
Who is your favorite author?
Favorite author, I don't have any specific favorite author right now, but I quite like Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth and Rohinton Mistry.
Yeah, these are absolutely great writers. So I used to read a lot during my college days. So आज आपसे बात हुई ना तो मुझे connect कर पा रहा हूँ. And that's why I'm asking your favorite like books, poetry, anthologies, and etc.
What are your favorite books?
I actually love reading Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, nice.
So I also took a part in some anthologies during my college days.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I could connect well with you. So one thing that lastly I would like to ask, what kind of lawyer do you imagine yourself becoming after like your graduation, or maybe after PG or so, whatever you pursue, like corporate lawyer, activist, judge, something else, litigation?
The kind of lawyer that I want to be is someone that brings change. I want to really improve things. I want to bring real change in the lives of people on the ground. So maybe activist, lawyer, judge, whatever. I just want an opportunity to change the lives of people and bring real improvements in the country and serve the people of the country, basically.
That's a powerful ambition, Daiwik. I'm so glad you just said those things.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was a really nice interview, and I thank you for taking this interview. It's been really fun.
That's so nice of you. Yeah. So Daiwik, thank you for keeping it real and relatable.
Yeah.
Wishing you the best for your law school and everything ahead.
Thank you so much.